Let's talk about the 4 university students who were unalived in their sleep. So this is Bryan Christopher Kohberger. So let's just call him Bryan. And so Bryan is a student and has a degree in psychology, bachelor's of arts in criminal justice, also having a master's in criminal justice. And in fact, right now, he was pursuing his PhD in criminology at the Washington State University. So all through Bryan's later years, he has in one way or the other have to deal with crime, whether through studying, learning, and doing research. So one day, Bryan drives his car around the student's off-campus apartment for a while before he finally stops. He then smuggles himself through a sliding glass door at the back of the house, accessing the kitchen on the second floor between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. And while he gained access into the apartment, he unalived 4 students, and these were their pictures. And to be very honest, the scene was very brutal, the kind of nightmare no one should ever witness, because it was actually close to their chest region, inserting what he actually inserted there. However, the killer was gone. Police rushed to find answers. 2 roommates who survived that night made mention of the fact that they actually saw a man walking out, marks on his face, but there was no weapon, no footprint, just whispers and fear spreading across the town. Rumors exploded. Who could have done it? Was it somebody close? A random intruder? The entire college community was on edge until a white car changed everything. So weeks passed, then the detective noticed something strange. A white Hyundai Elantra driving past the house multiple times around 4 a.m. the time of the murder. And that wasn't even all. Cell phone record showed a certain man's phone going dark right after the attack and lighting back up right after near the crime scene. And one day, he named him match, and it was Bryan Kohberger. Bryan, who studied crime for a living, thought he was smart enough to outsmart everyone. But the DNA on the knife sheet left at the scene told another story. By December 30, 2022, the police stormed his parents' house in Pennsylvania and arrested him. However, that wasn't the end. For nearly 3 years, the families of the victims sat through court dates and delays. They wanted justice, but Kohberger stayed silent, showing no emotions. Then in July 2025, he shocked everyone. He pleaded guilty to avoid death penalty. 4 lives taken, 4 life sentences in return, until Kaylee's sister spoke. In the courtroom, Kaylee's sister, Olivia Conclave, stood face to face with Bryan, and her voice cut through the silence. Sit up straight when I talk to you. You are a sociopath, a psychopath, a...
No one is scared of you today. No one is intimidated by you. No one is impressed by you. No one thinks that you are important. You orchestrated this like you thought you were God. Now look at you, begging a courtroom for scraps. You spent months preparing, and still all it took was my sister in a sheath. You work so hard to seem dangerous. But real control doesn't have to prove itself. The truth is, the scariest part about you is how painfully average you turned out to be.
If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, Kaylee would have kicked your... It was real. It was really, really raw. And it is one moment that the internet will not forget. And he was actually sentenced to 4 life counts plus 10 years. Probably meaning that Bryan will serve the rest of his life in cell, no parole, no freedom. But for the families, the pain may never truly go away.